Hey, I don't be with me so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard. When I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Sucker if y'all in denial. I get the chip on him and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the guy? Oh, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro. I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Yeah, more action and no talk. I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pause to get wild.
One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport, Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. So they will accept the penalty. And move forward. The give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. He completes this one to Mack. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run here with Mack. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
At the Packers' 9-yard line.
Now Trubisky. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Marlon Mack hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Makes the score Bears 7, Packers nothing. Eddie Pinheiro.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st down, Trubisky looking deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Darnell Mooney, the target there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of when my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium, watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. They run the draw play with Mack. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
Gain of 5 yards. It's now
Eddie Pinheiro on now for the Bears. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will make it 10-0 here in the 1st. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
fair catch.
They are more athletic now than ever before. I talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my. He pulled it in. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. And even 50 yards.
1st down, Packers.
Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a Mike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
2nd down and goal. Rodgers, the quick slant caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Robert Tonyan, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Bears 10, Packers 7.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2. They'll try to run it with Mack. And he will get into the end zone. So the lead stretches from 9 up to 11.
18. Packers 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Kyle Fuller.
To throw again, Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tanner Muse with it. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Bears 25. Packers 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount, here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
26.
After the sack on 1st down, Rodgers. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
12 at the Bears' 12-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Throwing now is Rodgers. Steps away to his left. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Beyond for the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play. And facing a 2nd and long.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
On the option, Trubisky. Finding room at the 30. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Down at the 42.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now it's Trubisky. And this will be caught by Mooney. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
The ball carrier.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
The 41.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. Mack's got the first down and then some. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Packers pick it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And Jones with a nice burst there on first down as he'll be taken down, but not before a gain of 7 yards. He was decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Rodgers got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
First down.
Rodgers now on first down. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and 12 at the 26.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. And Crosby puts it through, and they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Looking deep for Adams. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Chicago. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Bears 32, Packers 13. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Everyone go.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to fire one. And got his man, complete. Past the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers get a score closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. He's picked off near his own 48. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
46-yard line.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw, it's Rodgers. eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
2nd and 7 at the Bears' 20-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Rodgers now to throw on 3rd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that lead is back down to 9 now. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trubisky going to try and run. He finds an opening past the 40. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll run it. It's Mack. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
The ball carrier.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. But I think the ball's out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. On the ground, it's Mack. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
I got you. Lock in, lock in. 36.
They go right back to Mack. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. He may try and run for this. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears will extend their lead. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
You're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Rodgers now on 1st down. The throw taken in by Cole. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 46 yards. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. From the gun, Rodgers. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And oh, he coughed it up. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead. You give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And 10 at the 39-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Kill, kill, kill.
Staying on the ground with Mack. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Forced out to his left. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
At the 45-yard line.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
Now a toss running left is Mack. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
The tackle made.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
58, come on. Lock in, lock in. It's game situation. Look. Check 13. Check 13.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Trubisky now on the keeper. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be third down.
Makes it 3rd and 9.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
50. Hey, you block over here. 43 is the mark, boy. 43. Check, 43.
On first down, Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
43 is the mark.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers, flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Rodgers on first down. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, but it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
A 52-yard attempt.
And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. And that one, just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within one score.
All hope not gone yet, but at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within one score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Oh, Trubisky going to throw. Going deep this time. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Trubisky, he's going to keep it. On first down. It's Mack, and he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, they will indeed finish over 5. Less.